about to play turn 90 for PB15. Uh, Novice and Commodore have played their turns. The only person who hasn't is Thoth. There's an argument that I perhaps shouldn't play this turn until he's played, so he's got the option of attacking me. However, I'm not moving anything in that part of the map, so it won't make any difference. All I'm going to end up doing is making these two workers carry on making a plantation, so it's not going to be any real difference. So I can just play this turn through quickly. There shouldn't be anything special. Obviously, Thoth's not played. He's going to kill that warrior next turn. Can't see anything from Vindicator around here. Nothing new. Novice has played, and you can see that he has covered Spearman, so he's covered his worker with a Spearman. He's got an archer there. He has, as we know, got hooked up his horse, so what I want to do is I'm either going to move this chariot back now, or move up an axe. How many axes do I have again? I have 2 axes, and the other one's towards Thoth. So I'd move this axe up to cover along with that spear. Makes no difference, really. I'll just move the chariot back. Swap some of the micro labors around now. Yeah, this turn's fairly straightforward. It is just tough turn to do that. Why is that not changing? The game's timer's not moving. Oh no, there's a chance now that actually the server... Oh no, there we go. There was a problem with the server not responding. But that's not too much for... I don't know. Yeah, I think there's issues with this server. Okay, it took me 4 turns to research horseback riding at 100%, but I don't think it takes 4 turns. Yeah, so it's somewhere between 70 and 80%. That plantation this turn, so let's just swap over. 7 yield tile, it's not bad. So can I get it? Yeah, it's a 3-turn attack. 3-turn attack now at 100%. So I'm gonna need... Oh, that's a lot. I'm gonna need 150, 174. Considering costs are going to increase, at least 180 gold saved before I can do it in 3 turns. And that's going to take me quite a while. It's going to take me 9 turns just to save that much. But I'm going to carry on putting in a few beakers per turn during that time. So if it takes me 9 turns to do that, I'm going to have almost 100 beakers saved anyway. So I don't actually need to save for like that long. Probably gonna have to save about 7 turns, I think. Yeah, Eagle Fort. There's Archer. Actually, I've not labelled that Archer. It's bad of me. Archer 7, I believe. Oh, I've not labelled that one. That would be 6. That's 2. That's 4. That's 1. 5, 3. So yeah, this one's Archer 7. Oh, again, the server's stopped. So I'm just going to label those. They should when the server kicks back in, that should be fine. I'm actually going to check civ stats just to see what's happening. Yeah, so yeah. I think it's just flaky internet at the moment. So that worker's free. I'll leave that for a moment. The warrior. I'm not gonna go for that desert cottage. I'm gonna go for that windmill to pillage. That worker's gonna go to plantation. Over that. I don't care about that. I move this worker, worker 4, onto that tile to road. So, yeah, that's all the work is done, pretty much. Okay, where are we up to? Let's just go through this quickly from the cities. Has anyone built? No, no one's built Great Wall, so that's fine. What am I doing here? It's going to take 4 turns to grow. It grows onto that lumber mill. There's no tile that I would rather it grow onto, really. I could always cottage this one here, but I don't. That's not a river grassland. I don't care. I can't chop either of the jungle tiles. I don't want to cottage either of the plains tiles yet. I do want them cottaged. I do want them worked, but not right now. Happiness can grow up to size 10, 11, 12 with the gold. So this city can just keep on growing. There really is a good reason to. I do really want to get ironworking, but just couldn't. If I wanted ironworking quickly, I shouldn't have settled a bunch of new cities. That's my problem. So, what do I do with this? What do I do with this? I think the best option might actually be to put down a few roads to road up the hill, because right now the quickest way to get from here to Morrow Big, Scarrow Ward, and got the reset is actually to run a road all the way down between the lakes and straight up and around, because otherwise I've got to cross one river here, another river here, and potentially a third river. Well, not really, not anymore, not with the roads here, but I've got a long way to go around, a bunch of rivers I've got to cross until I get and I don't have construction, so I might be best just to run this road down here. I need these roads as well to get the road towards the question mark cities. So I don't see anything wrong with this. I've got 2 bits of fog wall left, so I'm not really. Yeah. So I know. So I know. So I've no point to explore. I know that these are the cities that I want to get. These are my last few cities that I really want. I need to road towards them. I need to get the settlers out. I need to make sure I can afford them. That's always going to be a hard one. One. No, I don't even need. It's like worth 1 commerce. I waste a bunch of worker turns to get the worker up here to then do that. I've got worker 7 here who could do almost as well. So it's like I don't care. I don't want to do that. I don't want to use this worker for anything other than that, than roading. Yeah, it's a pity. I really do want to hook that up, but I can't do it. Do I need sheep? No, I've got enough. Don't need to road for that sheep. Build the spear there. Scarrow Ward's got nothing to build either. Again, I'm going to build a spear. I can always whip it next turn if I have to again. Yes, I'm stacking the whip on happiness, but by the time this city's grown like I'm hooking up dyes next turn. I've got the sugar, the gold. Like this whip unhappiness will wear off by the time I'm at this city's has grown towards size 10. So all I'm going to do now is go with that road. What are the other options? Because there's the argument that whilst I don't want to improve that grassland, I don't want to work that hill to. I don't want to work that hill tile because I want it. I mean, 3 food per turn's not an awful lot anyway. So actually, I'm not going to go with that. I'm going to go with that cottage because I'm going to work it at some point anyway. I'm going to cottage that grassland. Because if the Great Wall falls before I can finish it, I've got no point producing hammers. Might as well grow that cottage. So I'll do that. Yeah. I'll hedge my bets because I don't need that road right now between these cities. It would be nice, but all my military's in position anyway. I don't have to move the military between the 2 sides of my empire. So that's actually everything done. I'll go with that cottage. I will cancel it though. It's like every turn, like I should do. So yeah, that's everything done now. End turn. Yeah. Do I actually want to work the ivory? It's a good question. It's only 1 commerce, but I'm also growing it. No. I won't. I think I won't work that right now. Because I could have swapped over from one of these tiles, one of these hills to the ivory, so it wasn't like the ivory was going to go unworked. But I'm not going to do that. I'm going to just stick to working the ivory to get the hammers down. After that wall, it can build another spear, or at least not necessarily build it, but it can build it to 34 hammers and just leave it in the queue. So I don't have to pay for the upkeep of that spear, but I can always build it if I need to. Yeah, unit cost is just annoying me. So yeah, that's the turn. Not the most difficult one to play. There's just not that much going on now. Waiting to see if someone builds the Great Wall. Hope Thoth doesn't do anything to attack me now. If he doesn't, I can look at building. A few more settlers. I can look at building a few more settlers. I don't necessarily want to start horseback riding research until I've got the academy down. I said that I could theoretically start it in 7 turns or so, but if I don't see a dire need to research it, then I'll just carry on saving gold, wait until I've got the academy in place and do it. I can get the academy done. What was it, 105? So it's what, 90. I finished the end of turn 100. I think, is it? Or is it 91? Yeah, end of turn 100. It's 101. It's here. 102. It's here. So 103. I make the academy, and then I start research again. So turn 103, I would start research. By that time, I would have saved, just using the scientists, I would have put in at least, what was it, 1700? You're looking at least 120 beakers saved, I think. 120 beakers saved into horseback riding. which means I'd need 250 total. I'd get that in 2 turns, easy. Two turns worth of research, easy. I make 28 because 28 commerce now, I think. Yeah, 28 commerce now. Some of these will grow in that time, so I'll make an additional 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 commerce. Working that tile, that's 6 commerce. So you're looking at 34. 75% of 34 is 23 and a half, so or so. So yeah, I think I'll definitely do it in I might even do it in 2 turns without having to use 100% because I've got Scarab Ward will grow, work a few cottages. I could always work a few extra cottages. Aram Collusion, cottage growth here. Gold will be online. I mean, I'll be able to at that point I'd be able to get horseback riding and ironworking. I'd almost certainly get ironworking in 2 turns as well, even without anything. So yeah, I've got options. In fact, I might just say screw it. As I said, I'll wait and see if I absolutely drastically need to get it, but I might just not now. Because I was hoping that I could get horseback riding done so much quicker. I could get horseback riding just researched and still save for a bunch of turns before I got the academy in place, but with the extra cost of the cities, that's not been able to happen, obviously. So yeah. Yep, last turn. I think we're still going to be stuck doing 1 turn a day, so I don't expect to play another turn. Although there's only 4 people to go now: Thoth, Lewin, Pindigator, Sadoa. Sadoa won't play until for a good few hours anyway. Pindigator's, God knows when Pindigator will play. He was watching American football in a stadium, I think. So he didn't get back till very early. I don't think he got back until a few hours ago and went to bed, so I don't know when he'll play. Thoth might play in a few hours. Depends, I don't know what his shift pattern is at the moment, and I don't know, Scooter and Lewin seem to have fallen off the face of the earth and aren't playing like quickly anymore. They seem to be playing right at the end of the turn. So we'll wait and see. Anyway, hope everyone has a good weekend.